Hey folks, here Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to yet another live stream, Office Hours live stream. Uh, Today markets when they opened almost 500 points down, and I'm sure many people might have been like, "Oh my God, how much farther down is it going to go?" So I just thought I should do a live stream and give my thoughts on what could be the key levels to watch out for. In fact, if you have watched the thumbnail, you might be surprised that really, Rachna, 2000 points in 1 month. Has that really happened? Do check what has happened from 3rd of February 2025 to today's low. It is actually a 2000 points plus fall. So when such things happen, we start to question, has the trend changed? Have things started to go down the drain? Is it a time to panic? Is it a time to add more? What could be the situation? So what am I going to do? I'm going to try and tell you my key levels for Nifty. For that, what we will do is we'll try and see whether any pattern can be identified or not. We'll also try to see what is the overall scenario about the volatility in the market and ultimately oil prices, which is driving this entire madness in the market. Because from a geopolitics angle, I'm sure everyone has watched one or two previous videos of mine. One live stream that I did was for gold prices. I hope you have watched that. I did a video on Iran-Israel war, why the war started, my take on that, the financial angle to that. In fact, we have just made an entire playlist on geopolitics. Whatever videos I've tried to do as an honest effort to make you understand about geopolitics, we have prepared that for you all. Pooja, if you can just paste the playlist here in the chat section, it will be easy for everyone, right? With that said and done, see, this is going to be a more of one-way live stream. So hardly I'll take any questions because this is a quick live stream that I want to do, maybe 10 to 12 minutes, nothing more than that. Okay. So let's understand what is the overall level for Nifty right now, what's happening in Nifty right now. Okay. So for that, you can see I've already drawn this for you all. Does it pretty much look like a head and shoulder pattern? Yes, it does. I totally agree. It's not a textbook head and shoulder pattern. I'm repeating, it's not a textbook head and shoulder pattern. You'll be like, Rachna, why have you not even taken these into consideration? Ideally, I should have, because ideally I should have done something like, I mean, this head could have been something like here, which I've taken it here. So why is that the case? I'll tell you why I thought of doing it. Because this candle is the 1st February candle. It's the budget day candle, and I always believe that whenever we have key event days, ideally we should, oh sorry, this red one, this red candle is the budget day candle, and ideally I feel that these event days should not be taken into consideration because these shows erratic moves. Okay. Second was again just like an immediate reaction, an immediate recovery. So again, I've not considered that. You might be like, why have you not considered this for the right shoulder? This is where India USA trade deal was announced. So again, those extreme highs, extreme lows, that volatility, have taken it off. And that is the reason why this is how the head and shoulder pattern looks like. Typically, the first shoulder height is what we have to look at, and that could be something like an initial target to watch out for, and it has already been achieved. This is what we were looking at by as per the head and shoulder, the right shoulder. I'm not extremely precise in this, but yes, you can see that that's almost where we saw today's low, post which we have seen some recovery. Okay. What if this right shoulder point is broken? In that case, we go ahead with the next one, which is the head part, and after that I'll just duplicate it from here. Of course, this will go a slightly lower, and this may come to 23,700, 23,600 something. Okay, no worries. But then which are the key targets to, or key levels to look out for? So I hope as per head and shoulder, it's clear. 24,300, mostly 24,300 is what we saw today as the lower point, and that is nothing but the right shoulder ka reflection on a downward side. Plus, even if you check out this is the immediate previous swing low. I'm going to just mark that 24,300, whatever. That is where Nifty has taken a support and is swinging back. So if you were to write down key levels to watch out for, 24,300 is an extremely crucial level that you should watch out for. Okay. In the past, if you remember, I've talked about this so many times. If you have been watching my Thursday live streams, this was one inverse head and shoulder pattern, which we have talked about so much in the past. And if, of course, this is just one or two. I don't remember. There was some event. Forgot what was the event, but we had not taken these one or two candles in consideration. But this is the level of 23,800. We have talked about this so many times. So anyone who is wanting to understand what could be the next level, just in case 24,300 gets broken, what should be the next level that we should watch out for? That is 23,800. Okay. I hope you have understood this. Also, one more thing, if you check, the overall volatility has pretty much gone up. And why am I saying that? If you have a look at, I'll just pull up India VIX here. Okay, here you can see India VIX or volatility. I was just checking this today, drawn some lines. Acha, theek hai. I've already drawn it. I'll just show it to you directly. Now, if you see our last two candles for India VIX, have a look at this. 24% up on the previous trading day, and today also it's up by 24%. So almost same hikes on both days. It's a very, very maddening volatility. Just look at where it started on Monday. It was 13.66. Today it is 21.2. Very high volatility. This is the previous swing high around 22.8. That is where the volatility may go. And I was just trying to check how much was the volatility point that we had reached during Russia-Ukraine war. And if you see here, this is somewhere around Russia-Ukraine war time scenario. This is 28. So till this level, if the volatility goes up, it can increase more and more fluctuations in the market. Just a fun fact, uh, you can see this was the craziest volatility that we had seen. The volatility index, one single day, you can just see this candle. This was like extremely crazy, 177.2% increase. 2nd March 2020, that was the COVID time. That was when the volatility had shot up like anything. Immediate next day, 47% say crash. Okay, so this was the highest volatility that we have seen, 86. But other than that, you have seen here that the volatility maximum point that we have seen here is 28. But we have already started to regain that volatility to a bigger extent, and I hope this point is absolutely clear, right? This was about volatility. Of course, we have to understand about the crude oil prices as well. If you have seen, crude oil prices have also risen quite a bit, and I'll also share my screen for a second so that you also get to know about what could this look like. Sharing my screen. Okay, this is UK oil. We should always check UK oil, and here you can see this is a clear downward trending line. Okay, I'm just going to do this a little bit properly. Let's take this back. Okay. So if you see here, it was a very clear downward trending line, and whoa, what a big breakout. This is on a weekly candlestick basis. But you can see that there's a very nice gap up for a weekly candle, and it's still holding that. In such cases, if it keeps on going strong, I mean, it's already here, it has already broken out from this. This could be the next level, somewhere around $90 per barrel, that we could watch out for. So in the short to medium term, if the war scenario does not cool off, we may see levels of 90. And if the war keeps on going for a much more higher time, of course, this is one more point of 96, but anyways, pretty close. So I would want to take this previous high, which is around $120. I don't think this will happen anyway extremely soon, but if the war keeps on going for a longer period of time, if you have seen tweets of Mr. Donald Trump, he has said that we are in no mood to talk to Iran, because apparently Iran officials had asked for a dialogue, is what he said. But he said it's too late now. We are not going to really entertain these talks now. So if this war keeps on going for another few weeks or maybe a month or two, in that case, main problem is about the oil prices, because world's 20 to 30% crude oil or natural gas trade happens through the Strait of Hormuz, 20 to 30%, right? And if Strait of Hormuz, by the way, Strait of Hormuz right now has been taken control over by Iran. So in simple words, Iran is having a big control over Strait of Hormuz right now, and they have very openly said that if we see any ship which is passing by, uh, I mean, they have threatened that they can destroy the ship, and that is the reason why we should be extremely careful about the crude oil prices. With all these things in place, supply chain breaks, right? So crude oil supply could drop, demand is more or less similar, and in such situations, prices of crude oil can hike up. Okay, so I hope this is absolutely clear. For those who came in late, two, three quick pointers. Let me just wrap this up for you in less than a minute or two. Today we saw market going down by almost 500 points intraday. Right now, as I am doing this, it's down by almost 300 points. Any specific structure that we saw in Nifty? Answer is yes. We did observe the head and shoulder pattern structure, and as per the structure, almost the first target for the right shoulder has been met. Uh, the key levels come out to 24,300, which is the immediate previous swing low. And if we were talking about a level lower than that, it would be 23,800. If the war continues, we can see some more pain in the market, and that is the reason why I've talked about two levels: 24,300 followed by 23,800. I also told you how VIX has increased, how volatility index has increased 2% back to back. We saw a 24% jump, which is a pretty big jump in the volatility of the market. We also saw how much was the volatility during Russia Ukraine war. We are inching towards that number. Of course, we are still away from that. Currently our VIX is around 21 or 22, and I've shown you that during Russia Ukraine war it was around 27, right? So we have to keep an eye on volatility index as well, and ultimately oil prices. If oil prices keep on going up, it is not going to be a good sign for India, because India imports almost 85 to 90% of its crude oil requirements. So crude, again, if these supply chain disruptions persist, the first target for crude could be somewhere around $90 per barrel, and if this stretches way beyond it, it may inch towards $120 per barrel, right? So this was it about a quick summary of what happened in the market today. One more quick pointer. This Sunday, that is on 8th of March, I'm going to have a webinar on technical analysis using AI. Many people have been asking about this, so I just thought of quickly mentioning about this. If you see, all in all, if you just click here, technical analysis using AI, you can see that this is going to happen on the 8th of March, 11 a.m. And very important, what five things are you going to learn right here is what you can see. These are the five things. Number one, you will see how you can scan stocks using AI. So basically, if you give filters, something like if RSI is crossing 60, if there is moving, the price crosses the moving average of 20 and all that, whatever, you can scan stocks using AI. You can build your own technical analysis mentor. How can you do that? Who can check your charts whether they are right or wrong using ChatGPT. I'm going to show how to do that. You can generate buy sell signals directly on TradingView. Just to give you an example, this is just an example. For example, let's say a buy call here. When in sideways, it just gave a buy sell, but here you can see a buy, here a sell. Again, here you can see this downward trending line and buy. I have not manually done this. I've done this using coding. If you see, gone. This is the code I've written. This is the code you can see, and I don't know anything about how to code, but I've done this using ChatGPT. So I can teach you how I have done this coding, and extremely important, I'm also going to hand over these Pine scripts to you all. So anyone who wants to actually copy paste those Pine scripts and put it in their trading view, that is also doable. How can you draw these trend lines? So for example, this trend line, how to get such trend lines manually. All these things also, I'm going to show you how you can get it done uh, using AI. So all these things you will learn in this webinar. Anyone who is interested, quickly check out the link in the pinned comment and in the description box. I have limited seats for this entire webinar. So anyone who wants to enroll, you can register yourself right away. Guarantee from my side is that you'll learn a lot. Okay. And you can also use this coupon code webinar so that you can get 20% discount on the enrollment fees, 500 rupees discount on the enrollment fees, right? That is it. Today's discussion was primarily around this big market fall. No need to panic, but I don't think it's a good time to invest also in bulk. Anyone who wishes to invest, maybe in absolute bits and pieces, one may consider, but not definitely in bulk, right? As I mentioned in the beginning only, I just wanted to do this live stream for a short time. It's 15 minutes already, so I think this is it. If I feel anything else needs to be updated, I will do such shorter live streams. And if you found value in today's live stream, please don't forget to smash the like button. Please don't forget to share this. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.